Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L, and now let's talk One Piece chapter 930, Ebisu Town. Alright guys, hey, welcome back. The new chapter of One Piece is out, and what can I say? The worst thing about this chapter is just the simple fact that we're not getting a chapter next week because Oda's taking his mandatory break. Because Oda's health is important. It sucks because this was a really exciting chapter. I'm really into it. I really like it. If you guys have been following the One Piece videos for a while, you might be aware that sometimes I'm not really feeling the Wano arc. And this chapter, the dichotomy becomes really apparent for me. When we're dealing with Wano exclusive stuff, you know, just like the struggles of Wano, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel for them to some degree, but I'm not all that excited. I feel that Wano is more of a distraction than the stuff concerning Kaito, and I mean specifically like the circumstances of the people in Wano. Again, it's really cool to know that they're suffering, but in a lot of ways, a lot of One Piece arcs, you're coming into a people that either know that they're suffering or don't know that they're suffering, and then the Straw Hat Crew kind of fixes it. I feel like we get a lot of arcs like that. So this is just suffering on a country level. That said, whenever the bigger aspects of the One Piece world get involved in Wano, I get a lot more excited. So, you know, whenever we're dealing with, like, even when we have Luffy in the prison and you get to see Caribou there and you get to see Kid there, that's pretty cool because we get to see characters that we've seen before, at least for me. When we see Kaito getting involved, that's pretty cool. I really enjoy that. When you have the supernovas getting involved, it's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's, you know, the things with the Wano country, I find it way more exciting when there's things connected back to the One Piece world. I do enjoy some of the novelties that come into the Wano country, but the struggle of the people of Wano itself is not one of the draws for me in this arc, and I've just realized that as I've been reading this arc more and more. Now that said, the reason I'm bringing this up is because the first little bit of the chapter is specifically the stuff revolving around Ebisu Town. And for Ebisu Town, I think one thing that's important to note is that now we know why that little girl was smiling so much. It's clearly something in the water. Everyone's looking at the well. Zoro's looking at the well. It's clearly something's going on in there. So what I ultimately end up feeling with Ebisu Town is that Zoro just drank the fruit punch. Something's in the water. He's smiling at the end. I'm very concerned about it. And right now, I look at Ebisu Town as just a giant distraction. I don't know if Oda is going to come back around and show that the stuff happening in Ebisu Town has bigger implications for the world of Wano. But right now, I just see this as an obstacle for Zoro to overcome. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of boring and kind of annoying because you know that this whole little thing with Zoro, with him being lost and just walking around Wano, that's just coming out of Oda trying to stall for time so that Zoro doesn't get involved in the stuff in the main city. And it's just, I understand that Oda can't have all the Straw Hats in one place because if not, things can't flow as easily, because let's face it, Zoro would probably pick more fights than, you know, and we know that he's willing to pick fights. So every time I see Zoro away or just getting lost or engaging in these little like side quests, it just does feel like Oda just can't have him around, and you know, it just feels a little bit annoying. That said, Ebisu Town brings in cool mysteries in exchange for this side quest, right? We have the thing with the person who shows up during the witching hour. I think that's really cool. I am very interested in knowing the mysteries of these weird people that are hanging around Wano. I would love to know that. And you know, we do get that little follow-up with the little girl that's following the consort. But ultimately, the Zoro part of this chapter is just, you know, not my favorite part. I don't really care for this town, and I'm more curious to see how Oda's gonna wrap this town into the overall narrative of Wano. If this town doesn't contribute to the overall narrative of the Wano arc though, okay, it's just a waste of time. I just feel like it's a waste of time. So this is one of those things where I don't really have judgment here. I just feel annoyed for Zoro because now he's pretty much involved in whatever is going on in this town with the smiling and all that. That said, you know, there is something nice about people smiling even though they're having misfortunes, but it's not really that nice if they are being controlled by something in the water, you know? I do wonder if it's a devil fruit user that's just producing the water and having everyone drink it and then taking control of those people somehow. That'd be kind of weird. Anyway, after we're done with that, we go into like stuff I really enjoy. And I really enjoy the Kaito Big Mom bit. Man, I didn't actually think Big Mom was going to show up, but when she does, that's pretty great. I'm all in, man. I'm all into this Kaito versus Big Mom plot. You know what can make Wano better than what we thought it was going to be is if Big Mom gets involved versus Kaito. That'll be hilarious. I would love to see that interaction. Now, with the Big Mom and Kaito stuff in this chapter, the biggest thing that we need to really see here is that Kaito doesn't want to fight her. And it's really funny because Kaito's the guy who wants a good fight, and he's flat out just saying no, let's not do this with her, and he's getting very angry about it. And I do find that really interesting. Why is it that the guy who wants to wage war, who wants to search for an active fight, who wants to get hurt, why is it that he's not letting Lin Lin into the area? Now, there is talk that these two have a past together, that they are aware of each other. Kaito knows her well enough to know that those kids are her executives, and if they come onto the shore, it's going to be all out war. It's like, why, Kaito, why is it that you're not getting into this prospect of war with Big Mom? What I ultimately think it might be, aside from any kind of personal any kind of like personal history that the two share that just makes it kind of awkward for Kaito. It may be that with Big Mom versus Kaito, it may be just an issue of a strong shield hitting another strong shield. Like, remember, Big Mom's characteristic is that she has some pretty hardcore defenses, and then Kaito's thing is that he doesn't really get hurt all that easy. He can't really die. So pretty much, if those two were to fight, it could be just a very boring fight for Kaito, because on one side, not only do you have someone who can't get really hurt if Kaito hits her, on the other side, she can't really do the same to Kaito. So it's a stalemate, an annoying stalemate. That's how I'm kind of interpreting that. That said, it is kind of cool to see him getting so out of sorts with Big Mom, and it's kind of funny to see them pointing out Big Mom's information network when it comes to the koi fish and knowing how to go up the waterfall. I found that kind of funny. Now, one of the best parts about Big Mom coming into Wano is that we get to see King doing stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not think he was gonna be a Pteranodon. I think that's how you pronounce it. And one thing that is interesting about him right now is that he's on fire. So we know he's a dragon fruit ancient type, and it's modeled Pteranodon. So I would assume that the fire that he has on him is either through science or it's hockey, right? Because look, man, if Sanji can light his legs on fire, it stands to reason that anyone else in the One Piece world can light his legs on fire, light any part of their bodies on fire. So I see King there, and that's what I'm really feeling. It's probably hockey fire. I don't think it's something that's coming from the devil fruit itself. Regardless, the best thing about this whole shot is that we got to see Kaito's defenses, that they have cannons at some of the rocks of Wano. It's great that we got to see the Pteranodon fruit, and it's great to see that we got Big Mom falling into the water. Now, you guys, if you want, can you remind me, what are the rules with river water for One Piece? Because I'm pretty sure if it's not seawater, it doesn't affect the devil fruit users, but I might have gotten that wrong at some point in time. Regardless, Big Mom's sinking into the bottom of the ocean. Either she can swim because it's freshwater, because I think the koi fish are freshwater fish, or some fishman's gonna come out of nowhere and it's gonna go rescue Big Mom. Like, honestly, I don't really see this as a big of a problem. I think Big Mom is probably gonna get involved in Wano, and I'm more or less excited to see how exactly her involvement kind of shakes out. Now, the next part of the chapter is the Runaway segment. The Runaway segment is mostly just characterization when it comes to the group of Sanji, Law, Usopp, and Frankie. Just some pretty good characterization. A good part of it is also giving us a reason as to why Sanji's going to get involved in this fight. And I'm not going to lie, the comedy bit was pretty nice to have it here. It's pretty nice to see Usopp taking advantage of the fact that he's gonna tell everyone what's going on because he's a coward. I really liked Usopp's scenes here. I thought they were really nicely done, and I loved Law's scene here because I love Law's straight man gimmick. I like him being the one telling, like, guys, this is how pirates actually do. I'm not Luffy. So I really enjoyed that. I think that was a nice change of pace throughout the chapter. And then that part segues into the setup for the fight between Page 1 and Sanji. Now, Sanji points it out, it's very convenient that they ran into the one person that doesn't know what he looks like. So overall, I'm very happy for it because by the end of it, Sanji is bringing out science power. And let's face it, guys, we're all excited to see this. Is it going to look goofy? Maybe. Is Sanji going to get a little bit of a scarf to match whatever he's, to match the rest of his family? Maybe. I'm very excited. Now, you know what would be really funny? If the Vince Smokes trolled him and there's actually nothing in there. But honestly, I think it's going to be beneficial. And after that happens, we can have a nice talk about, does Judge actually care about Sanji to some degree? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, I love this being the pretense for Sanji using his science device and embracing the Vince Smoke aspect of his power set. I'm totally into it. That's so exciting. That's so cool. And the best thing about this is that Page 1 is effectively being put on the same level as Supernova Captains. He's a headliner, right? So the way I see this, Page 1 is comparable to Hawkins, and that means Sanji's going to go up against someone that's really strong. You know what would be really funny, guys? If the year of Sanji actually starts with this chapter of Sanji being cool. Honestly, I'm very excited. It'd be really cool if this science device ends up being something that augments Sanji in every way. So, very excited. This was an overall very exciting chapter. Like I said, the worst part about this chapter is that we're waiting for a full week. We're skipping next week. Regardless, I'm in for it. Guys, let me know what you think is going to happen down below. Let me know how you feel about Big Mom actually showing up there. I love just the chaos that is going to ensue in Wano. Well, poor Wano people, they're just going to have to suffer through the storm that the pirates are going to bring. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.